My bad. Y'all hear me now? Hey, yeah, we're back, man. Check this out. Hey, Team Bradley all day. Hey, somebody in the comment section, bruh, was like, you need to name your community Team Bradley. What y'all think about that? I'm calling y'all Team Bradley. That's what's up. Yeah. Sounds good. Bet, man. Appreciate you. So, anybody got a question, man? Everything good? All right, cool. Y'all had a good day at work today, man? Kansas City, what's up with you, man? Yes, sir. What up with y'all, man? Appreciate you. Bag talk. Did I lift weights during my boxing career? Absolutely. I lift weights way before. I started lifting weights at 8 years old. That's why my physique was the way it was, man. I had genetics because of my father, but at the same time, I used to lift weights. My dad used to be like somewhat of a bodybuilder, power lifter. So that was a natural occurring thing in my household, man, was lifting weights, even in high school. So that's why my body was the way it was, because I lift weights throughout my career. Absolutely. All right, so your son. So I started boxing at 10 years old. 10 years old. And it's very important where he starts. It's very important. And I always say, like, you want to learn how to box, not learn how to fight, learn how to box. The fighting to come with that. It's part of it, but learn how to box, the sweet science, because again, you want to learn how to take less. You want to learn how to avoid shots. You want to learn how to counterpunch. You got to learn the sweet science. That's my opinion. You know, I know there's guys out there that have a different way and they want their kids to be, macho and coming forward and taking punishment, and that's a part of your DNA. Hey, I don't knock you on that. You do what you do. That's your child. But I would just say this: you need to find somebody that can teach your son the right way. All right. That's important. Okay. I barely go to work these days. Work from home is the move. Yeah, man. Working from home is the move. Can you explain what being peak shape is? So being in peak shape for me. So peak shape for me is like my mental is like I'm processing things, life in general, like the way I am. So like I'll give you an example. You ask a fighter a question months out, 3 months out, 4 months out before an actual fight. The way he answered questions back then is a lot different than the way he will ask a question when he is in peak shape. Completely different. So let me use Crawford as an example. Months out, Crawford said he had a 70% chance of winning the fight. That's what he thought. That was months out. Week before the fight, he can't beat me. He can't beat me. So like your whole like makeup like changes. Your mentality changes. Okay? When you're in peak form, like it's almost like it feels like you're in tune with your body, your mind, and your soul, right? All your movements are sharp. Sharp. The way you process things, the way you view life is completely different. Completely different. You know, um, I felt like I was like at my absolute best. You know what I mean? Like just I don't know. I don't want to call this an out of body experience, but I felt like I was more in tune with just life, my thoughts, my existence. Like I don't know. It felt different, you know. My wind is there, my stamina is there, like everything is better. I'm just saying, everything is better. I'm talking about everything. It don't matter. It's like everything is better. And you're the most confident ever when you in peak shape. You know, can't nobody tell you anything. You know, I think I think one of the craziest things is that like when you're like getting ready for that fight, you're dreaming about this fighter, you're training for him every single day, you're sacrificing, you're spending time away from your family, you get to the fight, the week of the fight, you know, you're making weight, you're a little bit grouchy, sometimes somewhat dehydrated. Everybody gets dehydrated. A lot of fighters get dehydrated. You do. Some level of dehydration for damn sure. Period. So you're dealing with that. You go through the weigh-ins. You have to deal with answering all the questions. Then it's fight morning. You're eating. You're thinking about the fight. You're resting. Then you get into your dressing room. You start to stretch. You put the gloves on, the wraps on, and all of that. You hear the ref instructions. You hear that there's like, hey, 5 minutes, we move it. 5 minutes to go. That's when it gets real, right? You're walking out the room. You know, you say your prayers. You say your prayers. And then you're walking out and you're walking down the hall and you're seeing people looking at you, people saying, yeah, let's go. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Rooting you on. People, workers, and you name it. Rooting you on, you know. Then you get to the arena part where you actually get to the entrance. You start to walk out. You start hearing the roars. You're hearing people telling you you're going to get knocked the hell out. You got people cheering you on, saying, yeah. You're looking around. You see thousands of people in the arena, man, cheering your name, right? You get in that ring. Where I'm going with this, people, is I'll just stay with me. You get in that ring, you see your opposition. He ready. You ready. You know, your body is trained and knows what to do, right? You studied this guy. You've had 4 or 5 sparring partners. You only got to deal with this one person, right? You got all the support outside. You know, when you leave home, then the fight happens. Whatever outcome it is, it don't fucking matter. It can be, you can win, you can lose, it don't matter. But this is always the same. I'm telling you. When you leave, you're leaving with your family. That's what you're leaving with. Your coach is going his way. Your manager's going his way. Promoters going their way. The fans going their way. And you there with your family. Beat up. You won. Lost. Whatever it is. You only with your family. You go home. You deal with whatever aches and pains. You're with your family. No fans. No promoter call. No manager call. No nothing. No trainer call. Everybody paid. And it's just you and your family. That's it. They don't know what you're dealing with. Y'all at home don't know what we dealing with. But that never changes. That always stays the same, right? You at this all-time high. You being talked about for months on out. That whole week you been talked about. You got all this support. And once you get home, you by yourself. Right back where it all started. You know, sounds crazy, but that's boxing. You know, and this leads me to this. Ricky Hatton was one of the most beloved fighters in England. People followed him around the world. He drunk with everybody. Hung out at the bars, bought so many drinks, hung out, had free drinks, you name it. He ended up what? By himself, and alone. All this stuff he did through his entire career. And there was nobody there for him, man. So that's the reality, man. That's the reality of the sport, man. That's the nature. And, it is what it is. But, all right, Tim got whooped on, what? On Danny Garcia. I don't know what you're talking about, big dog. Ain't nobody whooped me but Manny Pacquiao. He the only one. He the only one. Anyway, it started to get dark, man. Hey, for real, David. I appreciate you, big dog. Hey, Tim, you need the Russell? Yeah. Hiroka fight? Man, that's gonna be a fight, but damn, I'm gonna study that tonight. Tim, the only guy that I know who rocks a bulletproof vest when he's cooking. Which performance would you say was your best? Marquez. Marquez was my best performance. And then I would have to say Marquez, and then I would say Lamont Peterson was another great performance, and then I thought Brandon Rios was a damn good performance too. Spirulina, Brazilian Spirulina, good night, no doubt. No. What? Hold on. Reality is life. Yep, just sports, Tim. When you come back, Pac. No, I want a rematch, Pac. That's just. All right. So what can Ryan Garcia add to his game? Man, come on. That's a long list. He got to develop his right hand. He definitely, Ryan Garcia has to develop his right hand, man. And that's a key. And also a jab, and varying his jabs. Everything don't have to be fast. His legs are too straight up and down. That's a problem. Get some bend in your knees, man. Damn. Bend your knees a little bit, I mean, there's a lot of things that he can improve on, man, but I'm just saying, like, he got the elite power, he got elite speed, but he gotta formulate some skill around that, man. Some skill. That's what he gotta do. So, but anyways, let me see what else we got before I get up out of here. Oh yeah, I like that Inoue and Nakatani fight. That's fire. Tapping in, Tim. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Well, I'm gonna get on out, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for everything, man. And yeah, I'm a dip. I holla, man. Peace.